Hello, I'm Angie, and welcome to Hinterland, a Nightmare Before Christmas inspired island and all the holidays thereafter. Today, we are going to be working on the interior of Freckles, a love-obsessed duck. Now, Freckles is an ugly duckling raised by swans. She watched her brothers and sisters find true love, mating for life, and living happily ever after. As the years went by, Freckles continued to find herself lonely, burying her nose in books and poetry or true love. She had decided that her true love was out there, but all good things come in time. As she was reading her book, she not only fantasized and dreamed of the perfect meeting of her true love. Love at first sight. Time would slow down. They would ride off into the sunset and live the rest of their lives in absolute loving bliss. No, waiting for all these years, she became a little bit impatient. So she started curating these events and setting traps, I suppose, for the love of her life. So they would meet and live that perfect dream. They would get the moon for each other. They would reenact beautiful love scenes from the Titanic. They would walk along the beach and have midnight picnics and write each other love notes. It would just be absolute bliss. No, this island is ruled by Jack the Pumpkin King, who had successfully taken over Christmas and has decided to take over all of the other holidays. No, Jack is very interested in the notion that love and that fuzzy feeling in your heart can be replicated through science, magic, or experiment. Jack as Freckles working on creating love potions and really harnessing the power of love. And Freckles is totally on board because if love is out there, it can be earnest. No, without further explanation or ado, let's get decorating. We are going to start from scratch as per usual, and I want to create kind of a sunroom or a foyer or a front room where Freckles is making all of her potions and researching where she can relax and really get into her zone. I definitely want the classic library wall as an accent wall where she stirs her extensive fairy tale stories and love stories where she reads them over and over again. Freckles really loves natures and floors, and I think that rose wallpaper goes absolutely perfect with her personality. I like the floral flooring. I'm not 100% on the floral flooring, but I think that just the tackiness of having all these floors and all these books just make Freckles happy, and I want Freckles to be happy, even though she's extremely lonely and has not found the love of her life. No, of course, because she is under the rule of Jack, she has been contracted to research, love, and experiment, so he has provided her with a lovely research station. Love. We're researching love, the earth, the human anatomy. I really like the sloppy table. I think the sloppy table looks like an excellent research area. I like the kids as well. The kids kind of look like Cosmo magazines or Cosmopolitan magazines. Of course, Freckles is going to be reading Cosmopolitan. Ooh, a project table as well. Lots of surfaces to research and stir things. And of course, no research lab or potion making lab is complete with all a science experiment or a lab set. And I think I'm gonna get a microscope in here as well, right? Gotta look real deep into the structures of love and love potion making. Well, there is quite a bit of wildlife outside of Freckles' place, including glowing moss. So she has harvested the glowing moss and she has them in her sample jars right there so she can stick them under the microscope or do experiments on them. And I think a little lab chair might do all in here as she could experiment on herself, try and see if certain injections of certain potions and things make her more desirable or magnetic. And I would like to add one of each plant here, just as a variety of different foliage. I am gonna stick to just the one tile items because I feel like the bigger items like the cherry blossom is just a bit too much and it's harder to place around, so I'm gonna get these all. We'll get the yucca in the brown, I suppose. Take it over there. Get this in a different color as well. I would like it to be a little bit more natural looking. I know this is supposed to be the Nightmare Before Christmas, and darker colors work, but this is Freckles. All right. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have floors and colors. Maybe the blue. The blue works a bit better. I would also like to bring in some of the magical potent mushrooms into this build as well. I do like the mushroom log. Maybe she's cultivating some of the mushrooms in her lab here. Let's get the log right there. Very toxic mushrooms. Love potent mushrooms are just naturally toxic looking. I'm gonna go over there and shut that off. Oh, scooches. That's okay, we're not done placing things. Get over there. Alright, I like it. I'm getting rid of the yucca. That there. Over there. But we don't need to sit in that chair, I don't think. I'm gonna switch that back to black. And get it in front of the door there. Get the mushroom over on this side. Stick that in there. Maybe another Shifura. I do like the Shifuras. I think they just look so grand and so cute. I'm gonna change the basket on this one as well to this clay basket. Yeah, I think that's nice. Now, of course, we're gonna need some actual seating for Freckles. She can't be standing around. And I think that her aesthetic is very natural. Woods, cottons, wool, that kind of thing. Let's try this one. Get it in the dark wood and in the blanket texture. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, white. White's a bit more Freckles-y. Along with her experiments, I don't think this front room would be a Freckles front room unless we add stacks of books that she's currently reading. Ooh, her diary. I'm gonna get it in the dirt green instead. Maybe some potted plant starters as well in the white. Let's stick that up there. See how that looks. Yeah, that's kind of cute. With a scrapbook with research findings. Garnish. Yeah, there we go. That's working out for me. I kind of like the idea of this small round table. This color, that is cute, eh? And that kind of goes with the whole adorableness. Might change the bottom here. So a little darker. Maybe the brown of a book that she's currently reading. Butterflies. Ooh, butterflies. Yeah, maybe she's studying the potency of butterflies as well. Get a little reading chair in there. This one maybe? Or flip these around. That could be a thing. Alright, let's flip those around. Freckles is not the most organized duck in the world. So, a little bit scattered. Reading this, reading that, sitting there. That kind of thing. I like this table. The brown looks kind of rusted. So I could have it over there, or we could get a different kind of surface. Maybe a book stand in the corner. Could get it in black. Match it up, make it look a little bit more officey. I do like the terrarium because it kind of it looks pretty scientific to me. And of course, all of these plants have a purpose, and that is love potion making. So we're gonna have the potion cauldron in here Pink, of course. Right? Obviously pink. No, I don't know what to do with this mushroom. Could stick it in front. Do we need to go into this back corner? Not really. Yeah, no, that's fine. I do like the vine rug. I think that looks super natural. I want to kind of stick it in the corner there. Yeah. The Starry Skies rug. No, I like the idea of Freckles also dabbling in a bit of horoscopes. Well, this star rug has all the horoscopes on there. To brown on that stool. Yeah. Maybe the topper too. Topper might be a bit too bright. This, when you put it on the stool, it kind of looks like patched up leather. Okay, yeah, we're gonna change that chair entirely. No. Let's try the leaf stool. What colors does that come in? We'll put it over there. Maybe we'll put like a coffee or something on there. And I'll get this in somewhere else. I can move this chair up, that on that side. So it's a little bit more cluttered, but you still can get around. Get rid of that mushroom. We don't need that. We'll hold the Moroccan footrest in this natural color. And then I'll get the vintage stool back in this workplace. I like it. It's alright. Let's see. Ivory rug under the desk on this side. It's a bit messy. It's very Freckles. And I do want to get some gyroids in here. We got this like Earth-shaped gyroid that I think is just too cute. This gyroid is Freckles' little consulter, right? Consultating. And then we'll get a cute little coffee mug for Oswald Pink. I think the stool is yellow, so maybe a pink mug right there. Well, she can sip her coffee. Some scattered papers with some love notes on them. No, I love this decal or this item because you can walk over it. I think I'll stick that near a research station. And I would like to bring leaf piles. Oh, okay. Just these, I suppose. There's no room for anything else. We'll stick that like this. Get rid of that one. She's got her petal plucking problem that persists through Earls. No, I do have a dirty decal. Let's see if I can get that on. Just so it kind of looks like those continues, if that makes sense. So we know that this is not exactly her living quarters. She can get out that way. Yeah. I love it. Oh, I want to go to the ceiling. I would like to add some of these lovely vines. I want this very overgrown idea. The idea that this is chaos and experiment. And get them in all of the colors, I suppose. I do like this rotting one a little bit better, just for the Nightmare Before Christmas aesthetic. I'm not too sure. Oh, a chandelier. Those chandeliers in libraries are super romantic. I don't know if you've seen the Beauty and the Beast. If you haven't, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you lived on this planet without seeing that. Yes, precarious, very dangerous. Things are gonna light on fire. It's not good. That works out nice. Possibly get one over on this side. Very cluttered. Very nice. No, kind of like Eggbert. She also really likes these bird models because it makes her feel like she does have a family and she's not sitting here all lonely. So I'm gonna add a couple of the bird models around. Possibly an ornithopter. Not so even note though. Like there, in the corner there. There we go. Kind of like an aviary or a sanctuary in that sense. They're all kind of flying around, keeping her company while she's experimenting. All right, let's go to the walls. I would like some gyroids, particularly the bubbleoids. Because they're very potiony. They're super cute. I want him to look like he's sitting on the bookshelf there. There we go. This one can be a little lower. See, it doesn't go on that shelf. It goes up there. That one? Kind of that one. Also, the whistleoids. The whistleoids look like potion bottles to me. So they were definitely helping on the potion aspect of this adventure. I kind of, yeah, the yellow one. Yeah, they're chilling there. They're making sure things are happening. Got this one over here. Yeah. Gyroids open roll with their potion making. The gyroids are Jack Skellington's minions specifically. So they're helping out because he's really interested in this endeavor. I'll get some mushrooms. Maybe the glowing moss in the yellow. I stick that back there. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks okay. It looks a bit cluttered, and that's the point because Freckles is a cluttered person. What can you do? We'll get some macrame green, that natural color. See if I can make it look like it's egg in there. I can. Let's get it on this side. Get some of these things. These are like potion bottles. Can I get them under? Oh, the window is too low. We'll get them on this side. Get them in a couple different colors. See? Yep. Get a clock in as well, just in case the clock strikes midnight. Very important, especially when you're obsessed with fairy tales. And then I want to get quite a bit of this kind of foliage or plant life. Maybe some of these dried herbs. I don't know if these come in green. And then get that in pink. Bruh. Oh, flowers. Some dried flowers. Trying to figure out the potency of the flowers. And the terrariums, of course, you know, she's doing experiments. She's got her little biomes and things. I want to change those colors. One I like. I like those too. I'm going to get rid of that. And the potted ivy. Got some yellow one there. Maybe some red. A dream bird. I would love for her to have a dream bird because that sounds awesome. And this is kind of the floor that Freckles has on her shirt. It is actually an He Loves Me floor. If she were to pluck the floor off of her shirt, it would end up being He Loves Me. And I think that is just super cute. Oh, I want to add a couple of dropped items. I got the Earth Crystal, which I think is cute. I got a few mushrooms that I think might go well just around. Yeah, that's kind of sweet. This, I think I'm just going to turn like that. The last thing that I want to add to this build, a very important item, a cherry blossom wand. We're going to have it right here by the microscope. There it is. No, if you count the petals there are 5 petals. And that means that that is an He Loves Me floor. Freckles has recently fallen across Eggbert. Eggbert is in charge of Thanksgiving, and he collects his ingredients for Thanksgiving dinner by scrounging around all of the residents of the island's garbages. Freckles found Eggbert scrounging through her garbage. He ripped open a bag that was not full of scraps, but full of discarded petals and love notes. They stared at each other and their stomachs dropped to their toes, and Eggbert just ran away. Oh, Freckles was left to clean up all the mess. In her shocker, Earth was racing and she could not stop thinking, what this chicken. When she went to clean up the mess, she had noticed that she had missed the floor, and this floor was discarded in the trash, and that's that floor right there. She picked it up and she looked at it and she knew immediately that this floor was an He Loves Me floor. But Eggbert? No way. He was searching through the trash. He's dirty. He's lonely. Barely anyone talks to him or likes him. He's got bags under his eyes and he's a coward. He ran away, refusing to pluck the petals off this floor. Every time she looked at this floor, the flashes of their eyes meeting overcomes her every time she looks at that floor. The floor is bewitched by some sort of a love magic, and she is determined to find out what kind of love magic this floor has, because clearly the love of her life could not be a lonely, outcasted, garbage scrounging chicken, refusing to believe that this encounter was fate, refusing to believe that that flower is meant to be plucked for Eggbert. She and this lovely gyro warrior and all of her equipment are going to find out why this flower has such an impact and what properties this flower has. And she's going to take that flower and she is going to make a love potion to find the actual guy that she's supposed to be in love with. Her knight in shining armor, her prince who is strong and fearless and would die for her, not run away covered in garbage. Right? Right. Alright, she can sit right there. Bah. Freckles' place. I absolutely love Freckles' little experiment research center slash library slash botanical garden. Turned out, I feel like it's exactly all Freckles is and who she is, and I love it. I love it. And I hope she does find the power of love and what love truly is and the potency of that flower and what it actually really means. I hope that she can feel the love and the flutters and the butterflies every single day with the animal that she is meant to be with. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!